Hello Internet, welcome back, welcome to my channel. My name is Tori and today I have an update for the Size Matters Pan That Palette. This Pan That Palette theme was created for the PANtastic Ladies. Everything you need to know will be listed in the description box down below, and let's just jump into it. So all the shades that I'm focusing on are my Adept Cosmetics palette. I am only focusing on one side of this palette. And this Pan That palette, for me personally for this year, my goal is to hit pan on everything. I'm not trying to finish everything. So once I hit pan on it, it is considered rolled out and done. However, they are still in their spots, so none of us get confused. This is what the palette currently looks like. Once again, I'm working from everything here down. Sadly, no new pan for this update, but I feel like I finally have a rotation back with this palette, so I'm very happy to talk about my uses. I am going to put a photo up on the screen of the uses as I go through them in order. So, starting with ColourPop's Zested from the Orangey Glab palette that was only used once since the last update. The dip is starting to look pretty nice on it. Like, you can tell I used it, but not quite enough to have pan yet. Next, these next two shades I've been using a lot. Next is Urban Decay's Solar from the After Dark palette. You can start to see a patch of where it's been used a lot. It was used 6 times since the last update. And the one next to it is Artemis from Makeup Geek, and that has been used 7 times since the last update. Now, surprisingly, that one doesn't have a dip. You can tell where I'm putting my brush, but there's no dip yet, which surprises me because I've been reaching in the same spot. That next shade has pan, and then the following shade next to that is Luna from Makeup Geek, and that has not been used since the last update. Next to that is Sakura from Copacetic Cosmetics, and that also hasn't been used. I need to make a Pan That palette pink look because that's the pink shades are getting the least amount of uses. For the second row, I have Honey Butter from the Too Faced Matte palette. It was used twice since the last update. I am trying to hit pan in that like upper part of the shade, but it's just taking, hot minute. Next is a Jeffree Star Gold shade that was used twice since the last update. Once again, I'm pretty sure this was one of my focus shades last month. It is still a focus shade. I still desperately want to hit pan on it. Just haven't been wearing gold. Haven't been doing gold neutral looks, so I need to hopefully use it next month so I can have pan and that can be considered done. Next to that is Chocolate Cookie, which was used once since the last update. Slow and steady with that one. The next Too Faced shade already has pan, which leads to the Jeffree Star Bronze shade. Since the last update, it only was used once. I am focusing in that big dip, but no pan yet. And then last for that row is Cancer from the ColourPop Zodiac palette that was not used since the last update. Starting off the third row is that Mustard shade from Morphe that was used once. I don't know where I'm going to hit pan because it's very crumbly. So where it happens, it happens. Next to that is a Morphe Bronze shade that was used once since the last update. Next is the Jeffree Star shade that is a cuss word that has not been used since the last update. Next is Frap from Makeup Geek. This one I've used 3 times since the last update. I am trying to get pan in the center where that dip is, but it's not quite there yet. It looks like it's close though. So I am very hopeful that I could get pan next month or the following month, depending when I start wearing brown neutrals again, but not quite yet. The next shade is Libra from ColourPop that has pan. So the last shade in the row is a Jeffree Star Pink shade, and that was used once since the last update. Starting off the fourth row is the Urban Decay Black shade. I think it was called Incognito. That was used twice since the last update. I'm trying to focus in that little divot, but it's hard. I gotta get used to wearing black shades again. I put one on today, but it's not this shade. Next is from Coastal Scent Chocolate Cherry? Cherry Chocolate? Cherry Chocolate. That has pan. Next to that is Kumquat from Jeffree Star. That was used twice since the last update. I am trying to hit pan kind of in the center of the Jeffree Star shades, especially for the mattes. I know it's going to take forever. So I figured wear down the embossing of the star and just try to go for the center is my current game plan. Next, I have a Morphe Brownie Red Shimmer that was used twice since the last update. Next to that is a Morphe Berry shade that was only used once since the last update. And then the Berry Jeffree Star shade was not used since the last update. So starting off the bottom row from the Just My Luck palette from ColourPop, it's Kiss My Arse. I used it twice since the last update. This has become a focus shade because I don't know why I haven't reached for it when I keep doing green looks all the time. And that dip is so juicy. I'm shocked I didn't hit pan in those 2 uses. I feel like I can definitely hit pan the next time I use it. But I need to actually have this palette out in front of me. And then next to that is Serotonin from Copacetic Cosmetics. That was used once since the last update. Then the blue shade was used twice since the last update. It pretty much looks the same. And then the purple matte, well, berry matte, next to it was also used twice since the last update. The pretty silver purple I haven't used. I don't know if I used it at all during this project, to be honest. I'm going to have to put that on the screen. I need to find a look for that because it is really pretty, and that's why I threw it in here, because I didn't want to get rid of it yet. And then the last shade has pan. So, very happy that I feel like almost everything at least got 1 use, besides the pinks and the silver purple. But I need to pick it up a little more. If I really want to hit, you know, a decent amount of pan, I mean, I have so far, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, what, 5? Yeah, we already have 5 pans. I would, you know, I would like to at least hit 10. That would be like the bare minimum I want to hit. So I need to get moving. So for next month, my goal is definitely to hit pan in the green, and hopefully it will actually happen, as well as the Jeffree Star Gold shade, because those dips are very nice. And I feel like they both probably only needed 1 more use, but we will see in next month's update. So thank you so much for watching this update. It's been fun. I have been enjoying it, even though I'm not reaching for it as much as I typically would. I do enjoy it. And since I started pan those eyeshadows, those 2 projects do, like this project and that project, do work well together. Because what I'm missing in this palette, I've been using the pan those eyeshadow shades for. So they do blend together, which is very nice to make it my life easier. So don't forget to check out everyone else who's in this project, and I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you are watching this. Peace out, Girl Scout.